Being a captain in pro clubs is crucial for your team's success, but also if you don't understand all the roles that you can play, you can also cause your team to lose some games. Today on this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to be a good captain in pro clubs. Now, these tips can be used in FIFA 19, of course, but also a lot of these tips can also be used in FIFA 20 pro clubs because some of them will still be there. But obviously, we still have 50 days to go for FIFA 19 pro clubs, so why not jump into this video, give you guys some of the tips and tricks on how to become a very good captain. One of the biggest things you can do in FIFA 19 to help your team in pro clubs as a captain is to do custom tactics. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I have uploaded one video on custom tactics and explaining the whole thing. That link for that will be in the description, as well as if you click the eye right now on the video, you'll also be able to watch that. But I'll give you guys a brief explanation. If you guys don't know this, every time you put a kit in pro clubs, you're going to be using that team custom tactics. Now, most of the teams have it on balance. So if you were to go to AZ here, if we were to look in their custom tactics, they pretty much have everything on they pretty much have everything on balance, probably on their instructions. So as you guys can see, everything is pretty much on balance. So pretty much what this means is if your center mid is most likely will end up being in the box if you were to play this formation and if you were to play with the AZ on pro clubs. Now, pretty much how this works, you need to make sure you're using the same exact kit as your pro clubs team. So if your team is using Ajax in pro clubs, you need to make sure you edit the Ajax team sheet to be able to use that, as well as you'd have to also have the same formation, and it does only work on the balance set piece, on the balance mentality. So if you were to press L2, it only works on the balance. So if you were to press X on one of these and you change it, it does not matter. This will pretty much prevent everything from working. Just leave it how it is. Just leave your tactics in balance like this. Put the formation you want. So if your team is going to play 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, put that. If your team is going to play 4-2-3-1 narrow, use that. However you want, whatever the team is going to be using and whatever kit's going to be using, it needs to make sure it's the same exact kit and it's the same exact formation, and leave it on balance. You do not need to edit any of the other ones. And then go to tactics and you can change these however you want to play. So if you want the CPUs to drop back and play like a park the bus, even though you are still unbalanced, you can do that. If you want the CPUs to play a high line, even though you are on balance, you're not playing ultra attacking, they can still do that just because you can move the depth a little bit farther up. But you can also do different instructions for the player. So if you want your left back and right back, if you don't edit these, most of the times the left back and right back will push up and play all the way up. You can make them stay all the way back, or you can kind of make them join attack, as you guys can see on the screen. That's pretty much all what you can do with them. Everything you're doing here is going to be affected in pro clubs. Again, you need to make sure you have the same kits. You need to make sure you are the captain, and you need to make sure you're using the same formation, and when you go in game, leave it on balance. Along with custom tactics, there's a couple of instructions or tactics you can use in game as a captain to help your team win the ball back, or help your CPUs push up if you're playing with a lot of CPUs, to help you push for that goal that is needed for your team to win the game. And one of the things you can really focus on is learn what the custom tactics really mean. Now, I'm not going to really focus on the attacking tactics because most of the times people that play pro clubs already have people that play up top, and you don't need CPUs to push up. Now, if you do want them to push up, I will be happy to answer most of these in the comment. But I really want to focus on is the defensive tactics. To bring up the defensive tactics, all you need to do is press down on your D-pad. If you want the attacking tactics, you can press up, and that will give you that in game. Now, obviously, there's a couple of things that you can focus on here. The team press is the main one. Team press, when you don't have the ball, if you do put this on, what's going to do is your CPUs are going to be pressing the ball a lot more often, but also it's not only going to be one person press. Most of the times it will be kind of two people kind of containing and pressing the ball, but it's going to, this is very useful if your CPU is not really, if you think your CPU is not really stepping up to defend, if you think they're running too far back, especially if you're playing with the drop back with 2 on the depth. Your CPU is going to be really far back, so you want them to kind of be on the face of the opponent and don't give them much space to shoot. This is something you want to put on to give you that opportunity. Another option you can use is the overload ball side. Now, what this does, if you do this and the ball is on the right side of the field, let's say the right wing or your right wing, and the opposition is attacking, what's this gonna do is it's gonna make all the back of the, it's pretty much gonna make the back 4 slide to the left side of your defense. So your left back is gonna be there, your CB is gonna be close to the left back, and the other CBs will be close to that CB, and the right back will also move over. May contain is another button that you need to really get used to, because it's a button that can be very useful, but also it can be very dangerous. But most of the time, it's pretty useful. If you press R1 or RB on Xbox and then hold it, it's going to make your CPU, one of the CPUs, press the ball. This, along with the team press, is very, very dangerous in pro clubs if you know how to use it correctly. If you know how to use these two correctly and combine it at the right time, it will be very effective. So let's say the opposition has the ball on the wing. Most of the times when they have a ball on the wing, you don't really want to press them. You can if you want to, but if you know they're not too dangerous, you don't have to press them. But the second the ball comes to the middle of the park and you have a center mid and you want him to press and hold R1, and that will make that player push up and press the ball to win it back. A lot of the times you could do this to help you win the ball on top of the box. If someone's right outside the box and you think they're going to take a shot, if you press and hold R1, it's going to pretty much move someone. It's going to be pretty much going to push one of the CPUs towards that ball, and you can win it back if you need to. If you do need to rush your goalkeeper out to win the ball back, all you have to press is triangle and hold it, and that will pull the goalkeeper out and pretty much try to win that ball against one-on-one at the striker. Again, this could be very dangerous if the striker knows what he's doing, but most of the times, if you time this right, this could be very effective. Also, one of the things that's very useful by rushing the goalkeeper out is if you think someone is one-on-one, if you see someone one-on-one, you can press and hold it and then fake that person out and make the goalkeeper run back. And most of the times, if they do a chip shot, you will be able to get it back. To be a good captain, you should learn how to move your goalkeeper. Now, this is something that is new to FIFA 19, obviously, and this could be very, very overpowered if you know what you're doing. A lot of people don't really know how to time finish yet in pro clubs, or they don't use it in the divisions. Competitive players might be doing it more often, so they might score. But again, this could be very dangerous. It's a risk and reward. It depends on how comfortable you are with it. If you're not comfortable with it, please don't do this. But again, if you want to do this, all you need to press is press the right stick down, like you're pressing down towards the floor, and then you're pretty much going to hold it, and you're going to go left or right with the goalkeeper, and you'll pretty much be able to dive for the ball. Now, again, if you don't time this right, you might end up getting scored on. But if you do time it right, then you will prevent a goal, and that is a big help for your team. The last but not least tip I'm going to give you guys is just make sure you're not pressing R1 to press with the CPU every single time, because if you do hold it the whole time you lost possession, it's going to be very, very dangerous. It's going to put a lot of your CPUs out of position, so keep that in mind. Now, if you do use the custom tactics and the tactics in-game correctly and you master it, you're going to be a much better captain for your team, and also you give your team better chance of winning games. Again, a lot of people don't know that you can use these in-game, so make sure you understand them. Some of these are, of course, going to be stuff that you can use in FIFA 20. Pretty sure the custom tactics might be something that's still be in the game. You're not sure. We're going to test it out and see how it works. But of course, guys, if you guys find this video helpful, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up. Let me know if you guys have any questions, concern. If you have anything you want to add, is there something that you do in pro clubs as a captain to help your team win games, or you think works a lot better? I know the CPUs sometimes in pro clubs are really, really bad for your team, but then for the opposition, they are amazing. It's just something that we have to deal with in FIFA 19. It's only 50 more days to go, so stick in there. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the rest of FIFA 19. Thank you guys so much for the support. Again, don't forget to subscribe to more FIFA 19 and FIFA 20 pro clubs in the future, and we will see you guys on the next video.